Hello coaches, Luz here with Industry Authority, and today for this video we are going to be talking about what it takes to easefully, right? Like I love that word, easefully sell coaching packages anywhere from a minimum of $3,000 to $10,000 plus. If you are like most coaches, what happens is the thought of selling something even above $1,000, but especially over the $3,000 mark, you might get some anxiety, you might feel like I have no idea where to begin. Maybe you've tried and you've struggled, or maybe you're a beginner coach and you're like, I don't even know where to get started. So let's take a deep breath, all of us. It doesn't have to be super stressful, and it actually is really simple. It is as simple, I might say, as ta-da, baking a cake. That's right. Pull this baby out just for you guys. Because putting together a package, a coaching package that sells easefully for over $3,000, $3,000 to $10,000 plus, should be as simple as putting together a cake. And suppose you went to a party and you tasted your aunt's amazing cake, and you're like, oh my god, that was amazing. How do I make that? You would ask for the recipe. So the recipe, Matt actually alluded to it in the last video. He talked about the 7 steps of profitability. Did you know that creating a coaching practice that allows you to bring in, a consistent number of clients that you're selling, I'm going to take this off, that you're selling coaching packages to at the 3,000 plus mark should be as simple as putting together a cake? Well, it's going to be following the 7 steps of profitability, of coaching profitability. And Matt talked about them, introduced them. We're gonna dive in more in this video here. So 7 steps. Let's really quickly walk through the 7. We have additional resources that we can send your way for you to become a master of the 7 steps of profitability. And we're gonna focus on 1, which is step 3. But before we go into step 3, let's start at step 1. Step 1, I'm gonna breeze through this, so hold on to your hats, okay? Step 1 is going to be making sure that you are in alignment with a business. You're creating a business that you can feel super excited about for the next, 10 plus years, that you're not gonna wake up one day and be like, I hate this. Step 2, who likes money? Do you like money? Because if you like money, then you really like step 2. And Matt alluded to this in the first video where he said, you need to really focus, right? We can't be the coach that's like, I wanna work with everybody. If you want to work with everybody, it's actually going to be harder for you to make money. So for step number 2, you're going to be focusing on making sure that you are working with the right clients that light your soul on fire from the inside out. You're going to be solving one problem. You're going to have one solution, and you're going to have the one niche, right? The niche that we talked about, niche, however you talk about it. Then that moves us to step number 3. Step number 3 is where the cake is made. This is where the baking really happens. You roll up your sleeves and you're like, let's get to work. We start building. But do you see how we're not building until we have actually figured out that we're gonna be profitable? So profitability actually comes first. That's step 2. And then you start building and making the cake and putting together something that's uniquely yours at step 3. Then at step 4, you are going to be making the cake beautiful. You're going to be branding and marketing. So that's where branding and marketing actually comes in. It's at step 4. Then step 5 is where your sales happen. And like Matt said, you want to focus on making sure that you have one specific way that really, really works for connecting with the right clients and potential clients. Step 6 and 7, we're gonna skip because these steps, 6 and 7, are really scaling steps. When you think about baking a cake, there are, specific parts that we can think about, right? There's the putting together all the materials, then you're like putting together everything inside of the mixing bowl, and then you put things in the oven, and then maybe you're decorating. And so just like the steps of making a cake, there are going to be steps for building your profitable coaching business. The first chunk is going to be building, the research and the building. The next chunk, it's called monetizing. You're monetizing, you are ready to work with clients, and you are monetizing. And then the last chunk is going to be called scaling. So for most of you here, you're not at the scaling place, which hopefully should give you some peacefulness, knowing that you don't have to be focused on, complicated funnels. You don't have to be focused on ads. You don't have to be focused on all those things. So those are the 7 steps. Now, like I said, we're gonna really hone in on step number 3, because steps 2 and 3 are the absolutely most important steps that you need to focus on to be profitable as a coach. And can we get a cha-ching if you like to make money, right? So steps 2 and step 3 you have to master. Step 3, like I said, that's where the actual magic happens, when you roll up your sleeves and you start creating something that's uniquely yours. How exactly do we do this? So just like when, your auntie or someone in your family or someone that you went to visit, they create something like a dish or, a baked good, something you're like, oh my God, that was amazing. I've never tasted that before. They might have a secret sauce. So we call your secret sauce the secret sauce framework. So you are going to have a unique way of solving the problems that you solve for the people that you work with. And that is going to set you apart, right? We're going to brand you that way. That's step 4. But most importantly, you're going to create a framework. What is a framework? A framework is a way of understanding the journey of transformation that you're going to be guiding your clients through. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a framework that is uniquely yours. What happens with a framework? 1, not only do you have some sort of legal protections when you create your own intellectual property, but 2, and most importantly, you stand out. You are no longer just a relationship coach, but you are the CEO and founder of the heart-to-heart togetherness system, right? You create something that's uniquely yours, that is informed by your experiences, by your knowledge, and that no one really can offer other than you. And so for people to have what it is, the journey of transformation that you're leading them on, they have to work with you. And it is a super powerful practice that is really easy to implement. If you want to learn more about how do we implement that, we would love to talk to you. Did you know that you can chat with us for 15 minutes? And during those 15 minutes, you can click the button below, or wherever it is, I'm pretty sure it's below. You can set up some time for us to talk, and we would love to talk to you about your secret sauce framework. Your secret sauce framework, again, is going to allow you to stand out from a crowd of a ton of coaches, whether it be relationship coaches, health coaches, spirituality coaches, whatever coaching world you're in, you want to stand out. And when you do stand out and you provide something that's powerful and uniquely yours, it also allows you to raise your prices, which brings us back to packages over $3,000 to $10,000 plus that sell easily. It's going to be really hard for you to sell packages at over $3,000 easily if you don't have your own secret sauce framework. So hopefully that was helpful. We would love to talk to you soon, and we will catch you again with another training.